Hi. Age. What does it mean? For a lot of us that are alive, the fear of aging is something that doesn't really go away. It kind of hangs over you and fills you with existential dread, but overcoming those fears and learning to live a fulfilling life despite the inevitable is what being human is all about. Yeah, we're starting deep on this one, okay? But for some people, the fear of aging, the fear of death, and the signs that society is changing all around you all the time is too frightening to come to terms with. That fear is the catalyst for a lot of bigotry, and the absolute worst of those bigots end up becoming YouTubers. Today I want to talk about a man. An old man. An old man who spends his days pandering to the most volatile people on the internet and projecting his fears out into the open in the most bigoted and hateful way possible. I'm talking about a YouTube channel called Odin's Men. Now initially someone sent me this channel on Twitter, and just by the titles and thumbnails alone I was like, there's no way that this is a channel with more than 50 subscribers. It's just some old man rambling into nothing. Oh, what's that? He has 100,000 of them? Oh! Just based on the titles and thumbnails that this guy puts out, it feels like he's mentally stuck in the year 2016 when it looks like his heyday was 1974. Go back to bed, Grandpa. Hillary Clinton isn't running for president anymore. God, I hope not. We're gonna dive into some of his videos. This is your trigger warning now. This guy is very transphobic. Like, super transphobic. That's his whole thing. So the channel is called Odin's Men, but as far as I can tell, there's only one man in charge of the channel. Bad name. We'll start there. Get a better name. I guess Odin's Man doesn't sound as good, huh? Yeah, I'm Odin's Man.
Yo, I want to tell y'all something, and
Gorgeous, gorgeous girls wear their negative COVID tests as earrings.
This is me coming up to you at a party.
Dr. Fauci, give me that ouchie. I want it in my body.
One of the things you'll notice first about this channel is that he just free scrolls through TikTok and adds commentary when he feels like it. He doesn't like edit it down or cut out any unnecessary parts. He'll just scroll through half of a TikTok and then keep scrolling. Like POV, you're watching TikToks with your racist uncle.
If you are thin and you post those body positivity photos, I want you to feel embarrassed. Because
I feel embarrassed, but I'm not sure for the exact same reasons.
It took him 50 seconds of just playing a bunch of TikToks, some of them not even all the way through, for him to feel like saying something.
So this woman just came up into my comment.
We've entered the new world of everybody has a voice, but the bigger question is, should they?
I love how quickly he stops this TikTok. This person doesn't even get a full sentence out, and he's like, hold on, what gender are you and how do I misgender you?
Welcome to TikTok.
You can't say welcome to TikTok. You played 7 TikToks without any context before you did your intro to your video.
This one is bitter. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, I don't think her life is where she thought it would end up. Is there a reason to be so angry?
Yeah, let's let this fucking dude be the armchair psychologist. I'm sure his life's very normal.
No, this one's a little bitter, guys.
That's my impression of him. Do you like it?
My kids haven't talked to me in 7 years.
Section, and she said, "It is incredibly rude and insensitive of me to refer to white women that live in trailers as white. Sometimes things are just hard. She herself has been stuck in a domestic relationship for 10 years, and she is lucky to just have a roof for her and her child. I would like to address this subject."
What a bitter individual this is. Rather than saying, hey, I want everybody to be happy. No, let's just take a giant dump on somebody else to prove she really cares.
So this person's just being classist, and that's not an okay thing to be, don't get me wrong, but Odin's Man's analysis is so, like, hyper individualistic. Clearly he's taking what they're saying out of context, but additionally he's attributing this like American-centric ideological agenda to it. And hey, I love a good agenda, but he clearly doesn't understand what being classist is and would probably be classist if it were to like own the libs or something. So he's just like, these people are going through a hard time and you're being a big meanie.
And I mean this with my entire heart. I don't give a That's not what my platform is about. And that's not even what the post was about. So there's something that I said in the post that triggered you, so you decided to gaslight your way out of your feelings and project your onto me and make me responsible for your up life.
Obviously, she's part of the white privilege crowd, and so if somebody's white and they have a crappy situation, let's not be nice to them. let's just take a giant dump on their head.
It's like it goes beyond that. There's like a institutional hierarchy that makes people who have a bad time have a worse time. It's not just some bad decisions they made, Grandpa. It's entire systems that force you to degrade yourself in exchange to not die.
Alrighty, so I use 3 different sets of pronouns: they, them, theirs, am, airs, and its. And typically I just use they, them, theirs in public or at work because those are much more commonly known pronouns, and oftentimes I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of explaining when I'm meeting new people.
How does this actually work? So you meet new people. Now you have to explain your pronouns. Well, on Wednesday I prefer this one, Saturday that one. How does that explanation take place?
They never said that. This guy loves to stretch so far to be transphobic, and he uses this phrase a lot, like, I just can't keep track of what pronouns you want what day of the week. Literally no one on the planet is saying this. No one is saying I swap out my pronouns day to day. This is a purposeful and malicious attempt to make trans struggle more complicated than it actually is. Usually when I talk about conservatives in my videos, even as malicious as they might be, I have a shred of sympathy. Sometimes I just feel bad and I wish that they had more education and more understanding of the world around them. But this motherfucker, I cannot stand, because you cannot look me in the eye and tell me he's not doing this on purpose. He's not purposefully, and for almost no reason at all, complicating the entire concept of non-cis heteronormative pronouns just for fun. Like, I know this motherfucker is not getting Heritage Foundation money like Charlie Kirk. He gets 90,000 views on a YouTube video, which can make an okay amount of money, but for what he's doing, it's fucking insane.
Can you envision it? You're talking to somebody like me, normie.
Love that. Someone like me. Normal. Motherfucker, you are not normal.
Man, I didn't think 2022 was gonna start off this dope, but damn it, did it start off awesome. Watch this.
Oh my god, he looks so sad. But I love that Odin's Man is always fucking trying to psychoanalyze people.
Everybody knows this guy. He's such a loser. He wants to revel in other people's failure or somebody getting kicked off something. It makes him happy. These are the type of people you need to avoid in your life.
Dude, you're looking at TikToks with like 7 likes on them from fucking neurodivergent trans people. How is that not pathetic?
I have a question for other genderqueer educators. I am just finishing up my teaching degree, and I was wondering how you all respond when students or parents misgender you in a way that doesn't turn into a power struggle. Because when I've had students misgender...
Question is, how are they gonna know? So I'm looking at this individual. My first reaction is probably the right one. But if they change, what if their pronoun goes from one to the other?
Dude, then they would just tell you. If you know someone and they go by a different pronoun, they'll just tell you. Like what? As much as I want to believe that Odin's Man is actually this stupid, he's just making up a hypothetical that justifies him refusing to get people's pronouns right the first time in an effort to also radicalize other people to hating trans people.
At this point in my life, a pickup truck with an American flag attached to the back, speeding down a street, gives me pause, and I look.
This is where we're at. This is the outcome of everybody taking a giant dump on America. Here we go.
Come on, dude. No elaboration on that? He uses this phrase a lot. He's always talking about taking dumps. But why would someone taking a dump on America make people more afraid of Americans? Wouldn't that make them less afraid? Because, like, you take them less seriously? I think it's what happens when multiple American terrorists plow through a group of leftist protesters in their pickup trucks, and also the state of Florida made it legal to do that. Maybe that's what people are afraid of. Not taking dumps on America, or whatever the fuck horrible point that you didn't make.
If you're not a member of the LGBTQIA community and you're somehow straight and found me, 1, how? And 2, just keep scrolling.
All right, let's play devil's advocate here. You meet this individual. You're trying to figure out the pronouns. You want to be nice. They're at the dinner, a family event, right? You want to say the right one. How would you know?
What do you mean? Do you not know how to communicate with people? Just ask them in a respectful way.
You're going with the big beard, the bearish look. You got something in your head, but I'm sure it's wrong.
So I am apogender. My pronouns are he, they.
What does apogender mean to a normie? Please help me.
Fucking who cares, dude? Doesn't matter. Fucking just use the pronouns. Why do you need to know what the definition of a gender is? Are you trying to fuck? Like, is my masculinity going to be at question if I'm attracted to you? It's like the only thing I can think of.
I've talked about the trans baby at work before. I went in a room with him today.
Dude, this TikTok has 4 likes. Who is sending you these? How long are you spending looking for them?
Hi, I warm bodies and chewing on things.
Okay, y'all, I have a question to all my straight dudes out there, like Chad, Steven.
What is this channel, dude? How do you get 100,000 subscribers by making this fucking fever dream content? I mean, the key really is just transphobia, yeah? Like, you just have to be like sprinkling transphobia into your titles, thumbnails, and your fucking weird 2-second commentary that you do. You were just staring at a fucking TikTok of a guy in zombie makeup and just being like, the title of this video is fucking proof that SJW should never reproduce.
I have a question to all my straight dudes out there, like Chad, Stevens, all that fun jazz. Why do you play with your junk in public so much?
All right, the age-old question. Why do men adjust themselves?
Only this fucking guy, dude. Only this guy's gonna look at a TikTok of someone being like, hey, straight men who like literally fondle themselves on the fucking subway? A little weird, right?
Well, actually, men need to adjust themselves. Their undercarriage. I don't know what pronouns you go by if you have the same equipment as a man, but this is a very important part of the male lifestyle.
I think if you're a guy, you kind of know, things get switched around, skinny jeans for the hipsters.
Yo, what year is this man living in, dude? Have I gone back in time?
I was part of a team of trans youth that put this together, and these are some of my favorite questions that we had about sissies. Some of my favorites include, you don't look like a cis person. Cis people might not look like what you expect. Cis people can be anywhere. Or, how do cis people have sex? They can be very inventive with their bodies. Cissexual people are just like you and me.
Remember when people of the ABC Mafia just wanted to be accepted, feel loved, just do their thing. That was it. Now we got people goofing on what we'll call the normies, and I guess this is the way it goes. If you're not part of it, we gotta take a giant dump on you.
The Alphabet Mafia. Let's just not glaze past that one right away. Ooh. Alright, got that out of my system. These civil rights were alright, but now people are making fun of normal folk, and I don't know if I like that. I think we could take away some of their civil rights now.
Cisgender people might even try to pass as their gender identity. So, cis people trying to pass as men might wear suits or ties or even refuse to wear makeup, and
I know this grown child thinks he's being funny. Unfortunately, you see a lot of pushback on the TikToks to people who aren't part of the group, we'll call it. The loving part's out the window. Now it's you will comply, or we'll just browbeat you and cancel you and everything else.
I think if literally anybody deserves to be browbeaten, it's you. Like, you're kind of the perfect demographic to be belittled based on your horrible, ignorant beliefs. Like, you say it like it's a bad thing, but like, I think it can help. I think you can educate while also belittling. I went to public school.
I would say the last time heterosexuality was in was the 1950s.
Welcome to the freak show that is TikTok.
I fucking know this person. This is Caleb Says Things. They're a very popular TikTok user and very funny. Conservatives like this guy love to act as if leftists are humorless. We can't take any jokes because of cancel culture. Like, you don't understand that this is a joke because you literally think straight cis people are oppressed.
When I tell people I'm pansexual, they'll be like, oh, what, so you have sex with pans? And I'm like, no, that's actually really ignorant. The truth is I have sex with most kitchenware. Like, don't leave me alone in the room with your slow cooker, okay? Because she won't.
Can't imagine, hear me out now, leaving this individual alone with much in my home. Girlfriend, slow cooker, spatula, long devices that are insertable.
Why did his mind immediately go to girlfriend? You think your girlfriend would leave you for them? Because she should. I also love that, like, the first person made a joke about, like, yeah, I'll fuck your kitchen appliances. And then Odin's man comes in like,
they might fuck my kitchen devices. I don't want that.
You'll also notice that Odin's man loves to use the term individual. This is great for him because he gets to speak like a cop, and also he gets to dehumanize the people he's talking about because they might be trans. He could just as easily say person, but he always says individual. Something to think about.
My name is John. You might know me as Chef John Kung, and my pronouns are they and he. TikTok has added pronouns on profiles, allowing all of us to refer to one another with ease, specificity, and care.
My question for the individual who's promoting TikTok is, do they allow the same pronouns in China?
I wonder why he brought up China. Also, I don't speak Chinese, but from the little amount of research I was able to do, it seemed pretty obvious that Chinese is a genderless language. Correct me if I'm wrong. That means they don't have any gender pronouns.
I wear a pronoun pin every day. This works as a visual cue for my students. When I introduced myself to my students, I also gave them some example sentences for those students who weren't as familiar with using they, them pronouns. So I told them, you could say, oh, I have Magistra Y's class next. They teach Latin.
All right, this pronoun adventure is hard enough for adults. Now you expect kids to remember your pronouns since they change all the time.
Well, that's a fucking self-report. Pronouns aren't hard for most people. You're just kind of dumb.
Let's go back again. Name tags. There's no way to keep up with this otherwise. The kids will fail. The parents will fail. And of course, this individual will feel somehow cheated because they didn't get the right pronouns, albeit they're changing all of the time.
No! How many TikToks did you watch with 2 likes where someone changed their pronouns every day for you to think that every person who identifies as remotely queer does this? Like, what is wrong with you?
I wanted to have a few visual cues in my classroom to show students that it is a welcoming and inclusive place. So one of the things I did was I put a pride flag on my desk. I'll take a pause here and say I am very, very lucky.
Now, is that inclusive for all individuals? Example, what happens if someone is a normie? They don't identify with the flag. Is that inclusive? I think the answer is a big fat no.
Fucking classic. Oh, the rainbow flag doesn't include straight people. I think we should start giving out prizes like, congratulations, you're the 1 billionth conservative to make this argument. Society is already inclusive to straight people. Do you not understand that? Do you not believe that? Alright, that video sucked. All of his videos fucking suck. A big surprise. This guy is really fucking sad. He's not good at making videos, he's not good at making arguments, and ultimately just feels like watching someone chase their own tail, making up a leftist to keep going after and making them more and more radical as you just keep digging yourself into this hole. It takes a significant disconnect from reality to be convinced that a TikTok that has 7 likes is indicative of any sort of demographic representation, and then going further to misrepresent that TikTok in the most vile way for views, and then act like that's reality. Pretty pathetic, pretty bad. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you had a good time, please press like or subscribe for more videos just like this every week. Follow me on Twitter at PethanIsOnline if you want to send me video ideas. Follow me on Twitch. We're playing video games. Pethan Online. I'm playing every single Zelda game on stream. That's fucking pretty cool. Get your COVID booster, drink your milk, and make sure to use a condom. I'll see you next week. Bye! Thank you so much to my incredible patrons on Patreon for making videos like this possible. It's super great, and your support means the world to me.